Well, a little bit of what we've been doing this weekend. Been kind of quiet because we've been working on these things. The Specialized Hard Rock's back together. 2010, 21-inch frame. Got an set of 550 Matrix Trek wheels on it because it didn't have any wheels when I got it. Coda saddle. Odyssey platforms. Runs alright, guys. This is aluminum suspension, completely different from what I'm used to, but definitely mountain bike gearing. Got another X3 7-speed shifter. It's got to get ordered. I don't know. I've wanted another Specialized for years and years and years, and this is a little newer than what I wanted, but it's not a bad bike. I'm not going to complain and say it is a bad bike. It's got some pretty cool components on it. Suntour and SRAM all the way around. I think I need to get into the forks eventually. It'll get some better tires on it eventually. I just getting it on the road, so now that it's rolling again, here's the Specialized that's been sitting in the corner. Alright guys, on my first video I was kind of biased, wasn't expecting much opinion because this is not what I ride. But after I recorded my little video, I got on it, rode off the path into some places that weren't made for people to ride, and dude, it climbs. You get into that mega drive, mega low gear, and it climbs. Might end up going with a flat bar on it eventually. It's got that little bit of a riser bar on there right now, and its geometry is different than what I'm used to, guys. And when I say it climbs, I mean also it'll pop up that front tire on me a little easier than I wanted to pop up that front tire on me. But I see all you guys posting popping wheelies, everything all the time, so I understand why they make them that way. Not a bad little bike. Hypertone, or hyperdrive, sorry, Altus front derailleur. SRAM X4. It's got some Matrix 550s borrowed from an old Trek bike, and they're all right. That Mega Drive cassette. Brand new WTB Coda saddle. And it's definitely going to work for what we use it for. Suntour cranks, Suntour forks. I don't know. I think it's gonna stick around. It was a fun run. The wheels I got from a buddy, because when I got it, it had no wheels, no seat posts, no saddle. They chained it up and they stole everything that wasn't chained up on it. It does have disc brake mounts on it, and I think the next wheel set I get will be a disc brake wheel set, and I'm going to try to do a disc brake bike since it is a newer geometry, aluminum, everything different from what my other ones are. Another thing we did this weekend is we got the rainy day commuter together. Oh, Huffy Mount Storm. Nostalgia, dude. This reminds me of being a kid in school. Had one of these in junior high. Mine was the 1995 model, so instead of just yellow with the black forks like this 87, it was yellow with, I believe, purple forks, and had the purple and black splatter paint like they love doing in the 90s. But this bike was going to go 700C coaster brake and just be a rainy day commuter. It's still going to be my rainy day bad weather commuter. But I was in the bike shop the other day, and guys had some bikes that people had got in to get fixed. They gave them quotes on getting them fixed, and they decided to buy a new bike instead of getting them fixed. Both of them were department store type bikes. One of them was a Genesis 26 or 2100, whatever it is, and the other one was an old Dynacraft. Oh, it says it on the derailleur here because this one I stole it off of a vertical mountain bike. And one thing I do, guys, is I kind of look everything up when I get it, because I was going to do these. The Genesis had a trashed fork. It was going to either sit in the bone pile a while or be a donor anyway. And then the vertical, a couple cables, and it's not a bad bike. And started looking it up, and it was a recalled bike. So its frame is in my scrap pile right now, and if next time one of my scrap guys gets a hold of me, it's gonna go away, because I've said it before, I won't put people on vintage bikes because of chances of cracks. I won't put people on recall bikes either. We do our homework. But that being said, a lot of stuff came off the Genesis. The wheel set came off the Genesis. The handlebars there came off the Genesis. Brakes, or not brakes, but the brake levers, the brakes are old, out of the bone pile. The Roadmaster seat's out of the bone pile. Roadmaster seat on a Huffy, man, that's just sacrilege. But we've got a seat ordered for it, just don't tell my wife. Water bottle cage strapped on. I mean, it's a 1987 mountain bike with no bottle bosses or anything anywhere, guys. It's the joys of vintage bike building. There's zip tie galore. But yeah, anyway, we stole the vertical stuff off of that one that was chopped up and put in the scrap pile. Even though it was chopped up and put in the scrap pile, it was not ran very much. Don't have a clue what C-Tech is. Probably one of Kent's little off-brands that they do. If that is a good brand, y'all let me know. But it came off a Walmart bike, so I figured it's just a Walmart brand. But they're good looking rims, and they rode out good yesterday. Had this thing off the ground a couple times with the fenders on it. Put it on the scale yesterday. 40.8 pounds is what this thing came in at. But as far as a rainy day commuter, bad day commuter, this is exactly what I wanted. There's like next to no money into this thing, guys. It's got chain and grips, cables. That's about it that's new. Everything else is just trash can. I think those pedals, yeah, those platform pedals. Hit a button, sorry. Those platform pedals were brand new in the package, but they've been sitting on the shelf for however long. If you do Huffy Cranbrook fenders on a 21 speed or 18 speed, something that's got 3 chain gears on the front, you got to do a little customization and notching to where you're not hitting your fender and rattling and driving yourself crazy. 1987 is a zip tie king. We're vintage bike builders. Of course we have zip ties. Good old days right there. Dayton, Ohio frame. Anyway, after it's rained, after it snowed, while the roads are still wet and mushy and muddy and nasty, and we don't want to break down our nice bikes and do a bunch of maintenance on them just because we wanted to go for a little neighborhood ride. This is our little neighborhood ride. Go to work, do stuff like that on days that it's not good to ride one of our normal ones. I'll end up putting a light set on this because, like I said, I probably will ride it to work every once in a while. It does ride out very, very well. Climbs very good, runs very good. Side pulls with new brake pads, so it's sketchy braking, dude, but it was sketchy braking from the factory. We will end up putting a rack on this one. I've got a top tube bag ordered for this one. It's just, it is what it is, man. It's a trash can, rainy day, bad weather, don't care if it gets nasty commuter. And it ran just as good as my 95 did back in junior high, man. I mean, I've had this Mount Storm hanging on the fence because I was going to save it because of the nostalgia of it, and after I got it together and got on it last night, I'm glad I did. One cool thing, I thought it was cool anyway, I called the city of Amarillo when I dug this one out of the trash can to make sure I was following rules and laws, and I guess this is an old school thing and they don't do it no more, but check out that 1990 to 1991 bicycle license. Oh, y'all have seen some of my crap. I'm glad the city doesn't have to inspect my bikes for me to ride them on the road. Anyway, guys, that's it. Have a good day. Nana, what'd you replace your little mountain bike with?
MT200.
A Trek MT200? Does it shift good? Does it ride good? Are we going to do a review video on it one of these days? Why not?
Because I said so.
Is that your bougie bike?
I don't know.
Has it got big wheels on it?
I don't know.
Well, does it have bigger wheels than your other one does?
Yeah.
Turning it into a big girl on me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Well, maybe we can get on it a little bit and show these people on TubeU how you ride.
YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, throw them a peace sign.